everybody. I hope everybody's still doing well and staying safe and healthy out there. Happy New Year to everyone out there. Last year was a challenging year, but it was also a year of growth. So I anticipate that this year will be even better than last year. Hopefully not as challenging as last year with the loss and the pandemic issues that we've been experiencing, but definitely a year of growth. So with that said, today I want to work on this particular recording. This is Wayne Shorter's Yes or No. And I just want to focus on the melody statement, ways that I finger the melody, as well as how I'm playing the chord melody portion of the bridge. It's an arrangement that I came up with for playing Yes or No implementing chords. And this is particularly helpful when you're in a duo setting or even a solo guitar setting, and or just when you are the primary accompanying instrument. It's cool to play just as a piano player would play the chords and the melody. You want to try to implement that as much as possible on guitar, just to provide a nice bed of harmony for the listener. So we're gonna go through. I'll go through my version of Yes or No, just the melody statement for this video, and I'll explain, note for note, my fingering as well as the chords that I'm playing to chord the B section of the melody of Yes or No. So as always, I'll play it down, and then the melody tutorial will be posted on Patreon. So for those of you all who have my Patreon or have subscribed to Patreon, you can go there for a full tutorial of the chord melody statement. And for those of you all who don't, you can click the link below to get to go to Patreon, and you can subscribe to Patreon there. I'm fingering it right here, starting on the B, on the ninth fret, right here. So then we got, I'm just playing regular D major 7, and the things that I play in between, I'm either playing, just comping myself behind the melody. So we got just a regular major 7 or a D major 9, or I might go up here and play a major 7 here. But you can play any variation of that, whatever you feel. But so once again we have D sus 9, then we have and I found this to be, an easy way to get to it, because everything is in the middle of the neck. Then we go to E minor. You can look at it as an E minor 9 or an A sus 13. So that's the first part of it. Now let's go really quickly go through my chord melody, how I was chording the bridge section. So we start right here. So the bridge, as you all know, starts on a minor 2/5 in G. So we have, I'm voicing it like this with just three notes. I have G, C, and D. So I'm just moving this just one finger up. Then I'm jumping here to A half diminished. So this is just essentially like a version of A minor 7 to the half diminished. And of course, that's the melody on top. So now I'm using this, which is essentially, this is it's an altered dominant chord, but I'm also using it in place of the A half diminished because we're about to go to the D7 altered. You know, for the minor 2/5, you have A minor to D7 sharp 9 or D7 alt. So what I'm gonna do, or what I did, was I just bumped, you know, a la Wes Montgomery, just bumped off that chord to resolve to the D7 altered chord. So we have this chord right here, 3-note chord, and I'm just, instead of strumming, I'm just plucking with these 3 fingers. I got the pick tucked in my finger like that. Whenever I go to using my thumb, I just tuck it right in there. I don't know, for some people, I've seen some people do it like this. I find it easier and more secure in the, I guess, I don't even know it, in the joints of my middle finger. So whatever works for you guys. If you do decide to use your thumb, you can use your pick. It's just more aggressive if you use the pick and doesn't sound as lush. This, to me, when you pick like with your fingers together, to me it really emulates more of a piano sound, how the piano would play in my head. So whenever I'm comping in a trio setting or in a duo setting or whatever, instead of, sometimes I'll, you know, when I'm playing fast chord solos or whatever, I will use the thumb like Wes, because picking, you know, if you're trying to pick with your fingers, that can also be cumbersome. So getting back to how I did this, and like I said, you can do it any kind of way that you hear it. I just want to make sure that you all have the chords and the notes that I'm playing on here. Should you care to use it, or you might even take what I did and expand on it and voice, you know, add some more additional tension or harmony in it. But I just want to give you guys a basic idea of how you can take the melody and reharmonize it and make it hip, you know, so that even if you are playing with a piano player, if you go to this, I guarantee it'll stop the piano player in his tracks, because there's no need for him to come behind you because you already got the chords there with you. So here we go. So we got this 3 notes. I'm just moving that index finger up. So you got, then this is A, E flat, G. Then I'm gonna go, this is an E7 sharp, E flat 7 sharp 9. That I'm bumping down here. This is an inversion of it. So you have G. So we have, okay, you got that much? So we have this chord right here. So you may have heard, this is like a substitution for using the diminished. I'm sure you may have heard that. Now we have this, which is more modern to me sounding. So right here, you may have heard cats play something like that. But right here, since we're bumping on this chord, and this is, the D7 is actually the chord that we're laying for, because that's a part of the 2/5 progression. So we have, and right here, this is also just an inversion of a D7 flat 9 13 chord. So it's really hip. Then I'm gonna go right here. I'm using this because now we're on the G minor 7. So in place of the G minor 7, I'm using this inversion, which is like a minor 11th, G minor 11, and then I'm resolving it to a G minor 9. So that completes the minor 2/5 right there. So we have this is just a regular G minor triad, G minor 7 inversion. Then we're gonna go, well, once again, now we're on the C7 13. So because the way the melody moves, it's okay to allude to the next chord by bumping it a half step away, if that makes any sense. And it sounds hip. This is the same as this chord, except I'm just using the 3 notes here and 3 notes here. Then we're gonna go then I'm gonna go to get to the F. So now we're gonna play in a C7 altered chord. This is a raised 5, C7 raised 5. C7 13 here, raised 5. Now we're on F minor 7. This is an inversion of F minor 9, F minor 11, F minor 7, F minor 7. So that's, now we're on B flat 7. So we have flat 13, and then I'm just using these 3 note chords right here. This is B flat 13 still. So we have, this is just a B7, E major 7, E flat major 7, E flat major 7, E flat major 7, E flat 6, or E flat major 13, then D7 11, or you can play it here. I jumped to it right there. So the whole thing should sound like this. Back to the top, D7, then D major 7, then you have, and that little last lick, you know, if it's a little tricky for you, just take your time, or you can explore another way to play it. But I really feel, as I was studying the tune, the melody, I just found like it was easier. It just requires some, you know, alternate picking. It's a real, Yes or No is like one of my favorite Wayne Shorter tunes. I mean, he has so many amazing compositions over the course of his, you know, his career. But I really dig. It's a fun tune. You know, you can really get a lot out of it. The chords are real hip. So on the next tutorial, I'm working on Branford Marcellus's solo on Yes or No off of his album, The Random Abstract, and I'll post that, and then we can kind of go through the relationships, you know, the approaches, improvisational approaches that you can use to navigate through the changes. But hopefully that helps, and I hope that you all can use that. So I'll be getting back. I was actually on just a brief, not necessarily a sabbatical, but I had just started picking up a lot of other jobs and studio work and gigs and stuff. So I apologize for not posting as frequently as I was prior to December. but it was just, you know, the holiday season and everything was rolling. So I'm getting back on the horse, and I should be cranking out these transcription tutorials, as well as more just lesson material for you guys, so that I can keep you busy and we can all keep growing for 2021. So hit me up with any questions, comments, if you need me to.